Hello, Senior. Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. How are you?
How are you?
Sorry for inconvenience. It seems like network of Lion is not well covering. But for the time being, we can just try
Yes.
to do something constructive other than wasting time for the link that we have never used than before. Because I have seen that he was
Yes.
presenting using the other platform. I also have never used it. So, as we wait the other members to join us, we can just do a recap on what we did yesterday. So kindly allow me to
Okay.
share my screen so that we go straight to our core value here. Sure, and
Okay.
good, it is here. Share. Are you able to see my screen?
I'm not able to see it, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Thank you. Let me minimize now. So, yesterday we were discussing about on how to draw a line. Which will just take short time to do a review on what we did. Then we go on how to make now the arcs. Maybe you want to perform the normal construction. We say that the first thing you need to locate where you pinned your system, and my system is FX Draw. So I click on it to open so we can see, because it is the program we are going to use during this construction. Good. It's here. This here. So after opening like this one, you'll find that there is grid on that interface. You need to remove that grid, and to remove that grid, I said that you click that icon that has also the grid. When you click it, you have disabled it, so the screen will be just be plain like a plain paper. So on that one, if you want to draw a line, you use the icon for the line, which is this one. So I click on it, and then I draw a line of any dimension, and maybe I want to make the line to be horizontal. I remove the add icon, or I disable it, so that I go back to select. Then I come and select the line. You right click, you edit the property, not add the division, edit the properties. Then you will edit your length if you want to use a length of 10, and maybe you want to make an angle to be 0 because it should be a horizontal line. I put there 0. Then at the end, maybe you want to have an arrowhead. I can use this one the way you normally use in the KCC papers. Then maybe you want to label the line as maybe 10 centimeter or 5 centimeter or 20 centimeter. You will type where we have the text, which is my line is 10 centimeter. If that is 10 centimeter, you'll find that when you check down here, the 10 centimeter is at the top of the line. If I want it to be at the bottom of the line, you go to the position, so that you move that position downward like that. You just drag downward like that up to that desired position you are wishing it to have. If you want to move to the left hand side, still on the position here, we have now this icon for moving to the left or right. Then after that, you can click OK. So you'll find that my line has been drawn exactly 10 centimeter, and when you print it will be 10 centimeter. And if you want to label the endpoint to be A and B, you just go to the icon for the text. So the text is here. I click there, the text. Then I type maybe I want to be and it is landing. So I disable the icon for landing, which is italic. It is in the question format function. So I click on the other side. It's supposed to be B. I click that icon. Now I can disable it so that I can move that desired position decide the position of that A and the B. So that is A. Then this one for B, I just move closer to that one, and that is my line A B. If it is not well this positions, I can still move so that it is okay, like that. So after that, you go to now save, because I want to save it, which I will now paste in the working space for the mathematics question paper. You go to the file, you move up to where we have save as, you move along that line of save as, you go to PNG, like that. Then you give it time. It will display where you want to save. There's further end where desktop or document. Then on the desktop, I can save as per the question number. Maybe it is quiz, something like quiz, maybe 12. Then I press OK, like that. That is what we discussed about yesterday, how to come up with that line up to that point. So today I want just to talk about on how to make basic angles. How do we construct angles like 60 degrees? How do we construct angles like 90 or any other angle that is divisible by 7.5? Because given any angle, the angle that is divisible by 7.5, that angle must be constructed. It cannot be measured. Any angle given, just try if it is divisible by 7.5, the angle must be constructed. And the founder of those other angles is only an angle of 60 and an angle of 90. If a learner is able to construct 60 and 90, all the remaining angles are derived from 60 and 90. So we'll start on how to construct 60 and 90. 60 and 90 peke yake, alafu hizo zingine utaona venye zinaingia. So you'll find that if you want to construct an angle, the first step you must have what's called the baseline. The baseline where you want to construct that 60. So I want to have a line. A line. I have drawn a line. This is my line. Maybe I want to edit the length to be something like 9. Then horizontally it is 0, which is okay. Then the arrowhead, I can put there the arrowheads. The arrowhead. Like this. This is my line. Then maybe at this point is where I want to have 60 degrees. Hii point hapa. Nataka kuwa hapo na 60 degrees. So if I want to have here 60 degrees, you'll find that 60 degrees is an inclined line. So I'll go to the line, niende tu kwa hiyo line, alafu niende mahali nataka construct hiyo 60, na nichore tu hii line iende tu, hati naeza enda huko ama iende huko, haina shida. Ikishaenda hivyo, I disable. Then naenda kwa hiyo line yenye nimechora, then you right click. Then you go to edit properties. When you edit properties, itakuletea vitu za length na angle. Ikiniletea length, maybe you want to make it length like 8. Alafu uende kwa hiyo angle sasa, because unataka ikuwe 60, andika hapo 60. Alafu finyo okay. Utaona hiyo line, this angle is 60. Hata ukitaka kutumia angle mark, nikikuja na hiyo angle mark na nikuje niweka hapo ndani, you'll find that inaniambia kwamba that angle is 60 degrees. Hiyo yenyewe hata automatic system imekuambia kwamba the angle is 60. But you'll find that during construction, because we want to convince a person who is checking this diagram that I have constructed, kitu ya kwanza angles weka tu venye ziko hivyo. So tunataka kutumia construction ili sifit hiyo line. When you want to go to construction, enda kwa icon yenye imesema hiyo ya hii ya mark. When you click the drop down inakuletea arc defined by 3 points, arc defined by center and the end point, elliptical arc, then we have the compass. So in that case, we normally use the arc defined by center and end point, because you'll find that when I want to perform the construction, when you want to perform the construction using a compass, you will put a compass at point here.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, senior.
I just found myself off. Please repeat how you indicated the angle 60 degrees. I can see the angle 60 degrees has been that one.
Okay. Good. So if I have this as my baseline, I want to construct at this point, I want to have there 60 degrees.
Yes.
Go to the icon of the line. Click it. So when you click it, come where we have that point where we want to construct 60. Draw a line from there at any angle, at any inclination angle. Hata inaweza kuwa huku chini ama huku juu, haina shida. Then from there, disable that icon of the line. You go and select that line. You edit. You right click. Then unaenda kwa edit properties. Then unaenda hapo mahali pa angle, uiandike kwamba hiyo angle ina construct nataka ikuwe nini? 60 degrees. Umeona?
Yes.
Then una press okay. Sasa hii angle unaona hiyo line hata imesonga, imekuundia 60 tayari. So if you want to check that this angle is 60 degrees, ukienda kwa his icon, kuna icon yenye inasema mark an angle. Sijui kama unaiona hapa.
I see it.
You click at it so that you enable it. So after enabling, kuja hapo ndani penye hiyo angle, hiyo line imemake intersection na hiyo baseline, click. Ukiklik hivyo imekuwekea an arc for the angle. Kama yangu nilisema isionyeshenga automatic, lakini ukitaka ionyeshe kuonyesha hiyo angle iandike, you click on that arc. Unaona ni click kwa hiyo arc, imeka mark, imeweka kitu ya blue. Then you right click. Right click, unaona imekuletea style ya angle zenye unataka ikuwe shaded, ikuwe 2.x, maybe unataka tu ikuwe plain. Kama unataka 60 lakini ikuwe ndani ya arc, kama unataka 60 na ikuwe nje ya arc, ndio hiyo. Then you press okay. Utaona imekuwekea 60 yenyewe. Have you reached there?
Yeah.
Good. So, this is 60. But this 60, I have just done it theoretically. Lakini nataka kuiunda ili ikuwe na arcs. Kwa exact steps yenye huwa tunatafuta tu tukichora 60 kitu kutumia compass. Ningekuwa natumia compass, ningeweka tip of the compass at this point of intersection of those lines. Then I scrap an arc from this baseline, ikienda wapi? Ikienda huko juu. Meaning that I'm using this one as my center. So ukienda in making arcs, because this here for the arcs, you have to define an arc defined by center and two endpoint. Because if it were compass, ningeweka hapo compass, alafu ni scrap an arc ikienda hivi juu. So nitaenda hapo ni drop down, alafu ni select arc defined by center and endpoint. Naona? Nikisha select, ninakuja hapo penye ningesimamisha compass, I click there. Ukiliki hapo, utaona ishaanza kuletea arc. Anza tu, move tu, upeana suitable distance. Alafu kama unataka uanzie hapo arc, click there. Alafu uende hivyo juu, like that. Let me let somebody in. I've seen the somebody we want to admit it. Yes, good. So after getting that one, after making that arc, you find that if I were using the compass, I have made the first arc. Now the second step for the compass, I need to put the tip of the compass at this point where the arc is intersecting the baseline. Then I scrap another arc to pass via that point where that line is intersecting that arc. Isn't it? Are we together? Tuko pamoja ama watu wamepotea?
For the arc drawn, that arc drawn after I think I have understood it. Now the next step.
The next step, kama ingekuwa construction, ungeweka hapa compass, isn't it? Using the same radius so that you scrap another arc via that point. So still we are just using that arc defined by center and the end point. So nitakuja na compass yangu because step number 1 ni center. Nitakuja na compass yangu, alafu niweka hapa penye hiyo arc imeenda side ya baseline. Utaona nikifikisha hapo hiyo line ina turn red. Na click hapo. Ukiliki hapo unaona iko tayari kuonyesha hiyo arc. So nikionyesha hiyo arc, nitakuja nayo tena paka penye kuna hapo intersection venye hiyo arc imeintersect hiyo line. Alafu nikiliki hapo na nilete hiyo arc huku ama nilete on the other side. Haina shida. Then ukishamaliza hivyo, sasa rudia the same step ya kuextend hiyo arc iende huko. Narudisha hapo hivyo. Alafu nikuja inataka arc hakuwe vizuri so that naweka exactly kwa hiyo arc, alafu ni extend hakujeko hivyo kidogo, and then I disable, na naenda na click arc yenye ilikuwa ya kwanza, then I delete. Unaona sasa, that's how we construct 60 degrees. Ukiona sasa I have convinced huyo mtu, hata nikiprint hiyo kitu ataona tu hivi ndio huwa na construct 60 degrees.
Okay.
Yes. So let me again repeat for the second time then.
Excuse me sir.
Yes, senior.
Nimekuwa nje kidogo, nilikuwa nimepigiwa simu na ndio nimerudi sasa. Naweza pitia tu kidogo.
Ni sawa. So this was the first presentation, but still we were on construction of angles. I'm taking you through construction of angles. So let me erase everything, then we repeat the same steps. We say that if you want to construct 60, because this is a system, but the system will not automatically generate that angle that you put there 60 na yenyewe inaweka max. Hapana, we are the one controlling that system. We are the one feeding information in that system. We are the one requesting that system to do what we wanted us to do. So in constructions, lazima tu mwalimu akuwe na baseline, ama kama ni mwanafunzi wa karatasi lazima tu step 1 achore baseline. So nitakuja kwa icon ya line, nichore hiyo line. Maybe ilikuwa ya triangle ABC is such that A is this one, lakini nataka tuanze na angle kwanza ndio tuende sasa how to construct that triangles using that angle. So I have this one, but this baseline maybe it was of length 7 centimeter. So in the length I call there 7, I can have the arrowheads. And I make sure that the line is horizontal, which is what? 0, like that. So if I have this point, maybe this is the line you have been given the question paper. Then you want to construct 60 degrees, say at this point here. If I want to construct 60 degrees here, just still go to the option of the line. Click on the line. Come to where you want to construct 60. Hapo. Nataka construct 60 hapo. So nitaka construct 60 hapo, nitaleta hapo kasa, alafu nichora a line at any angle. Like that. At any angle. Then I can disable icon for the line. Naenda kwa hiyo line. I right click. I edit the line. So what I will change is only the angle. Because I want that angle. Unaona kama hii angle ni 22.62. I want it to be 60. So ikisha kuwa 60 I press okay. Unaona sasa imekuwa 60 degrees. Then ikisha kuwa hivi 60, remember it's by construction. So by construction I want to use this one as my directive to make arcs. But those marks I'll make exactly using how those procedures of constructing 60. So unaenda kwa hiyo arcs, hiyo icon ya arcs, select an icon for arc defined by center and the end point. Sio hii ya kwanza arc defined by 3 point, because ya center inamaanisha hapo ndipo penye utakuwa unasimamisha compass, na end point ndio arc yenye huwa tunachora hivi. So naenda kwa arc defined by center and end point. Then after selecting that one, hii sasa point yangu ni kama compass. Nitakuja niweke center. Compass tungeweka wapi? Ningeweka kwa hii point. Umeona? Alafu penseli ingeanzia wapi? Penseli inaweza hata anzia huku ama hapo. Hii utakontrol wewe mwenyewe uone unaweza anzia wapi. Hata inaweza tokezea kwa hii line, haina shida. Nitokezea hapa, alafu ingekuwa pen ningetoa hapa, alafu ni scrap kwenda huku juu like that. Then after that, kama ingekuwa compass, tena ningetransfer niende wapi? Ningeenda niweka hapo tip of compass, then scrap an arc yenye inapitia hapo. So napeleka hapo kasa inionyeshe hiyo red color kuonyesha kwamba exactly imepitia hapo, alafu na click, alafu na kaleta hapo hivyo. Then nikishakuwa hivyo, I want to extend that arc using that same radius. So still I repeat the same step, nirudisha hapo hiyo kasa which is my compass ionyeshe hiyo red. I click there, alafu tena nakuja kwa hii arc. Sasa sitaanzia huku because nataka arc kwa short. Naanzia hapo, alafu naleta mahali kama hapo. Nikishamaliza I disable, alafu naenda na klikia huku hiyo yenye ilikuwa ya kwanza, then I delete. Ukiangalia hiyo nikiprint, mtu atakuwa convinced kwamba that's how we construct 60 degrees. Any other question? Any other question?
Excuse me.
Yes, senior.
When I attempt
to
draw the first arc, I get a full circle.
A get full circle. Okay.
I'm getting a full circle.
Let me just erase again everything. Control A, delete. Step number 1, you draw a baseline. I click on the line, then I draw that line. I can click there so that I can edit the properties of length. So I can make length of 10, then angle, the baseline should be horizontal, 0, then I can put the arrowhead at the ends like that. Up to there, are we together?
Yes.
Then hii point ya mwisho hii nataka kuchora hapo 6 degrees. Kama nataka kuchora hapa 6 degrees, nitakuja kwa hiyo option ya line so that nichore 6 degrees, ningechora na line na rule ikuwe hivyo. Uchore tu line at any angle. Then udisable na ukuja uselect your line, you edit properties, alafu ukuja hapa mahali pa angle utype 60 degrees. Hii length tunaweza punguza ama ikae tu, naweza punguza ikue kama hata 8, haina shida. Then you press okay. Kufika hapo kuna shida? Then ukishafika hapo, we want to make arcs on this line. To make arcs on this line, enda kwa hiyo icon ya arc. Enda kwa option ya arc defined by center and endpoint. Arc defined by center and endpoint. Select that option. Sasa hii point imekuwa kama yangu ndio itakuwa nachora, lakini tunaanza na center ndio tuende kwa endpoint. So nakuja hapa, naweka hapo center ya compass. Nasema ningeweka hapo compass. Then I move along the line to any suitable radius ningetaka hiyo arc ikue. Kama nilikuwa nataka ikue hapo, na click hapo, hiyo ni endpoint ya kwanza, alafu ni move hivi, alafu ikue endpoint ya pili. Yangu ndio ina form arc. Hebu chora hapo tuone kama ina form arc. Imeform arc.
Yes.
Good. Then again, nienda hapa penye hiyo arc imeintersect hiyo baseline, I click there. Then ni move, nihakikishe ipita hapo intersection na hiyo arc na hiyo line. So ukihakikisha inapita hapo utaona inawaka different color. You click there, alafu unasema naweza ipeleka on the other side like that. Are you there?
Yes.
Na narudia same step because hiyo arc inafaa ikuwe extended kukuja huku. Narudia the same step, nikuje tena ni click hapo. Sasa nakuja kwa hiyo arc ya kwanza. Hiyo ya kwanza itanionyesha direction sasa. Nianzie kama hapa nataka kakua kafupi. Naanzia hapo kwa yenyewe tu, alafu nikuje on the other side. Ukileta hiyo katoti kanafaka kwa tu kwa hiyo arc. Unaona kuna singine nikileta kuna kingine kako kwa hiyo line. Kama kwa hiyo line tuende click because hiyo arc itatoroka. Usongeshe paka kakue tu peke yake venye kako hivyo, then you click. Then ukishamaliza disable, kuja kwa hiyo arc yenye ulikuwa umechora ya kwanza ndefu, delete. Delete, unaona imeform arc sa hiyo point. And that is 6 degrees. Are we okay?
Okay, sir.
Iko sawa?
Okay.
Iko sawa?
Yes.
Kindly draw and then send on my WhatsApp on the WhatsApp group. I'll check. Let me check. Just draw any, then take a photo. Don't save. Just take a photo and then you send on the WhatsApp. Waiting.
Hii aki ya pili ndio inanisumbua, lakini najaribu.
Jaribu tu nione. Good. And it's a trial, but that circle is incomplete. It is complete circle. Is it possible you make it an arc?
That's where I have failed.
So what you do, just click on that
Yes.
circle and then you backspace. It will be just deleted. Just click on the circle, then you
Yes.
backspace, itaenda.
Yes.
Then unarudia kuchora tu.
Okay.
Just click on it. Then you remove those grid. I'm seeing if the background is the grid. You disable that icon for the grid.
Okay, I see.
Good. Senior Christopher, where are you, bwana?
Niko kwa aki ya pili nachora.
Ni sawa sawa. I think we have a visitor who have just joined now. Let him just wait. We'll just do a recap. Hello, senior. Yes. Niko hii class ya ni ya online, nilicreate link ingine venye yako ilikuwa inasumbua, hata niko huko na watu 6 tayari. Nimecreate link ingine, niko tu kwa construction for an angle of 60 degrees. Imeenda sijaenda sana. Ni sawa sawa, join tupatane huko alafu nirudie tu. Sawa, thank you. Yes, nice diagram, Senior Chris. That's a nice one. That's a nice one.
Asante.
Iko sawa sana. Good. So I think we have new members who have just joined. Let us again.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
The second anchor has now become a problem to me. Maybe you will repeat that area. So
No problem. So new members kindly welcome. It was like we are running two meetings with Mr. Lion because he has told me that he was with the other guys in the other site doing circuit. But let us just welcome them. We'll see on how we do the arrangements so that they can also capture up. So for those one who are joining, we are on the construction of an angle. Construction of an angle of 60 degrees. And I have said that in construction of an angle of 60 degrees, we will just use the same steps that we normally use when we are constructing on the just normal paper, the plain paper. We just use the normal paper. So the first step, I say that it is in the location of where you have that system for construction. So let me let this one in first. Good, admit. Good. So you need to locate where you paint your system. For my case, I paint it here on the taskbar. So I click on it to open. So
Mwalimu, you can't see the screen.
excuse me, sir.
oh, you cannot see the screen. Let me just.
Yes,
So good. Let me see it. Where is it? Good. I able to see it.
yes, now.
Yes.
Good. Thank you. So I have said that you admit. So you locate where you pinned your system. So I have located mine. I said that I pinned it on the taskbar here. So you find that on this interface we have the grid. We disable the icon for the grid, so this one looks like a plain paper. So I icon the grid, I disable it. So this is now a plain paper. And in any construction, we normally start by a line, a baseline, where the angles will be inclined from. So I'll go to where we have the option for the line. I click on it. Then I come in that space, plain paper. I draw that line. Then you go to the edit. I can disable first. You disable and then you come and select the line so that you edit to make your desired length and the angle so that it is horizontal. So my desired length maybe it's line AB 10 centimeter. Then that one I make it 10. Then the angle it is horizontal. So if it is horizontal, it is 0. Then I can have the arrowheads like that. That is my arrowheads. Then I press OK. So maybe you have this line, and then at this other end here, you want to construct there 60 degrees. To construct there 60 degrees, start by drawing the line first, whose inclination angle is 60 degrees. So I go to the icon for the line. I come where I need to draw. Then I drag from there like that. Then I disable the line. I can't select the same line that I have inclined. Then I right click. I edit the properties. Then I make that angle 60 degrees. I make that angle 60 degrees. So in that option of the angle, I make it 60 like that. If you want to edit again the length, no harm, you can make any desired length that you want. If you want to leave the way it is, you can still leave the way it is, because maybe the question may not demand to change the length. But what I'm doing with that angle of 60, then after filling that box of 60 angle 60, you press OK. So you'll find that this now angle here is 60 with this system, because I have made it 60. But for the paper, I need to convince the one who is going to check the paper that I have constructed. So what is remaining after making it 60 is just to make X on this line. to make arcs. But now how will I make arcs? If it were the normal construction, I could have put the compass at this point of intersection, then scrap an arc from this baseline to the top, like that one. Then using the tip of the compass, I put where the arc is intersecting the baseline, I scrap another arc, and where the arcs are intersecting, when you join that is an angle of 60. So you go to the icon for the arc, it is here. But you click on the drop down, don't click the way it is. Click on that drop down, inverted V. Then you click at an arc defined by center, because the compass is always placed at the center. So arc defined by center and endpoint. So if it were the compass, I were to put the compass at this mark. So I click there, niambie kwamba naweka hapo compass. Then I move along the line to any radius yenye na feel ni kuwe hiyo. Naweza move hata paka huko, haina shida. To any suitable radius I'm feeling that it could be an arc drawn from that one. Then I click there. Nataka hiyo arc ianzie hapo, ni move juu hivyo. Like that. That's the first arc. Then the next one, remember that icon still enabled. So the next one, if it were the compass, ningekuja na compass niweka hapa alafu ni scrap another arc. So naenda na hiyo icon tu kama iko hivyo, niende nishike penye hiyo arc imeintersect hiyo baseline. I click there. Then after clicking there, nitapitisha hiyo arc, nihakikishe kwamba imepita kwa hiyo point. So naipeleka ianzia, because nikitaka kuonyesha kwamba imepita hapo exactly, nikifikisha hapo utaona imeonyesha color. Same colors of arc like a red one. So niende nianze, ikionyesha hiyo color na click hapo, alafu nisungushe this other side or the other side, then ni click niseme hiyo ndio arc. But hii haikai presentable, nilitaka arc icross hivi. So narudia the same step, so that nikuja hapo again when nilifanya mwanzo, but now this first arc will give me the direction, so that naanzia arc kama hapa, lakini kwa hiyo line na ikuje hadi hapo mahali kama hapo, like that. Then I can disable, alafu nakuja na click yenye nilikuwa nimechora mwanzo, hiyo ndefu kabisa, na delete ili ikue setup. Na unaona sasa hiyo imekuwa imeonyesha aksa 60, because those are the steps of 60 degrees. That is how we construct an angle of 60 degrees. Any question before I repeat for the new members? Any question for those one whom we started with before I repeat for the new members for the second time? Senior Wanyonyi, you have a question?
Sir.
You have a question?
I'm still having a challenge.
Yes.
On the second arc.
Oh, drawing the second arc.
The second arc.
When you click it, it brings a complete circle.
I'm getting a complete circle.
So if you get a complete circle, disable the icon for that arc. Then you come and select the circle again.
Yes.
You delete.
Okay.
That is backspace. Then you go back to the where we have the arc again, but you select the arc defined by center and endpoint.
Yes.
Then you go where the first arc was intersecting the baseline. You click there so that it acts as your pivot. Then you move the pointer up to where that arc is intersecting that inclined line.
Yes.
Until it shows a red color.
Yes.
Click there.
Yes.
Then move the cursor to your left hand side. Not tracking. Move toka kisonga hivi ndio click. Alafu click. Still inapeana full circle.
Let me just begin by the first arc.
Okay.
Then I continue.
Okay, sir. So for the new members, we were on construction of angles, because the construction of angles is the heart of construction, even if in low side, because you need to show that you have performed the construction. The construction, very important. And I have said that in construction, the most important angle is 60 and 90. all the remaining angles, they normally we carry them from 60 and 90. So in our today's lesson, I was just taking members through construction of 60 alone, 60 peke yake. Then kesho tutaangalia 90, alafu tuangalie hizo angles zingine tunatoka kwa 60 na 90. Immediately we master how to construct those angles. Sasa kuchora plane figures za construction wa parallelogram sitatusumbua, sitakuwa very easy, na kuanzia hapo sasa itakuwa very easy for me even kuintroduce hizo vitu za loci. Good. So I said that the first step, though I'm recording, I'll share the link so that you can check it on YouTube. So the first step, I said that I need to locate where that software I pinned it. So in my case, I pinned it on the taskbar. So I go where I have it, which is FX Draw6. I click on it. Then after clicking on it, you give it time to open. For mine, it has already opened. You go there and maximize so that it can be maybe large enough for visibility. So I want to remove this grid. To remove this grid, go to the icon where we have the grid and disable it. So that is my icon for the grid. You'll find that it is enabled. That's why it's showing the blue background. I disable. Then in any construction, we normally start by a baseline. So I have to draw, even if in the book, construction the book, ningeweka ruler nichore baseline, so that from that baseline ndio penye nitakuwa nafanyia construction. So nitaenda kwa hiyo line. So this is my baseline. I can edit the dimensions. So I come to where we have the length. I put there the suitable length. Maybe I want the line of AB, which is 10 centimeter. Then the angle, I'm saying the angle is okay, which is 0, means that the line is horizontal. Then I go to the arrowhead. I put there that one. I also use this one. Then I press OK. Then I disable. So this is the baseline. But I want to construct it. So the first time I started 60 on my left hand side, but this one I want to construct 60 on this point, on this other end. The other one was on the other side. So on this one I want to construct this right hand side. So I want to construct 60 at this end point. 60, it is the angle defined by two intersecting line. So I go to the line, I go where I want to construct 60. Ni hapo. Sasa najua itakujia hapa tu, hapa ikikujia hapa haina shida, like that. Then I disable. So na I click on it. You right click. You'll find that ni construct huku because hiyo angle ho inameshiwa this system iko designed kumesha angle in the clockwise direction. This system, it normally gives an angle measured in the clockwise direction. So utaona hii nikimesha clockwise direction from that inclined line, you'll find that this angle kukuja kwa hiyo baseline ya hii sasa itakuwa 120 degrees badala ya 60. Nitakuwa na 120 ndio ndani ikuwe nini? Ikuwe 60 degrees. The software is designed to measure the angle in the clockwise direction from that inclined line and the baseline. Kama ningeichorea hapa, ingekuwa kutoka kwa hiyo line kukuja kwa hii baseline in the clockwise direction. That is how the system is designed. So this one, kama nataka kuchora huku, utaona from this line kukuja huku, kama nataka ikuwe 60 ndani, inamaanisha huku nje it should be supplement ya hii ndani. So nikiclick, I right click, I edit the properties. Sasa hapo nikitaka hii ndani ikuwe 60, hapo nitaweka 120 degrees. So nikiweka 120 degrees, utaona hiyo 120 degrees is from this line clockwise to the baseline kama ningekuwa nimeextend. Na unaona huku nje kukiwa 120, ndani itakuwa nini? 60 degrees. Lakini kama ningekuwa nimechora hapa, ingekuwa from this line to this baseline. Sasa hiyo ningeweka tu 60, haina shida because it from the line to the baseline. Lakini ya hii itakuwa from the line to the baseline in the clockwise. Sasa unaona kwamba nikitaka 60 ikuwe ndani, huku nje inafaa ikuwe nini? 120 degrees for the supplementary angles. Good. So nikisha make hii imekuwa 60. Hii ni 60 degrees. ikiwa 60 hivi, so what is remaining is now just to follow the steps of construction so that I make arcs exactly how we make the arcs of 60. So you'll go to the arc, it is here. You click on the drop down icon V, inverted V, alafu unaenda kwa arc defined by center and endpoint. Hiyo ndio utatumia. Usitumie arc defined by 3 point. It is arc defined by center and endpoint, because we normally place the tip of the compass at the point of intersection. We scrap an arc tukienda hivyo. So I go to the arc defined by center and endpoint. I click on it, then naenda penye ningeweka compass ningeweka hapo, alafu ni adjust, ningeanzishia hapo na click, alafu ningeiscrap kwenda juu hivyo. Kama ingekuwa compass unasimamisha hapo, alafu scrap an arc kwenda hivyo juu. Then next step, ningekuja niweke compass sasa penye hiyo arc ya kwanza ina intersect hiyo baseline. Alafu hiyo arc ningechora nihakikishe kwamba inapita hapa intersection. So napeleka, nikisha click hapo naenda hapo penye kuna intersection. Nikifika intersection utaona the both arc na line zinaonyesha red. Ikionyesha both red hivyo na click iko okay. Nikisha click alafu na move tu, usitrack ilikuwa na strap long press the left key na unamove. Hapana, imove tu kama umeachilia mouse kama mpaka mahali penye unataka, alafu na click. Unaona hii imekataa. Kama imekataa, I just repeat and delete na delete, alafu nirudie the same step, ianzie hapo alafu ikuje hadi hapo. Kuna unaweza chora ikuje complete yako, ikuje complete yako, just click the backspace ipotee na tena urudie. So utaona hii nataka inisaidie kuchora, kutrace the path ili aka iendelee, because hapa when nilichora haija extend. So narudia the same step, ni urudisha hapo compass, alafu nikuje kwa hii arc sasa, nianzie kwa arc yenyewe nionyeshe path. Nikiklik hapo utaona hiyo hasaka kanakuja tu vizuri, alafu na click hivyo. Ukicomplete hivyo, ukiona imetoka wenye unataka, unarudi sasa una click yenye ilikuwa ya kwanza, the backspace, na unaitilete inatoka. So that is how we construct 60 degrees. Na ukiprint hii kitu na mtu aweka hapo protractor, hii angle itakuwa 60. Even if I want to mark using this same system, you will go to mark an arc, ikapo ndio hii mark an arc angle, ndio hiyo. Alafu nikuje kwa hiyo point penye kuna arc, na click. Ni click, unaona imeweka angle. If haijanipea angle, kuna wengine haitapea angle. Kama haijakupea angle, enda kwa hali arc, click. Hakikuwa highlighted, right click, alafu select the angle mark properties style. Nataka ikuwe 60. Nafinya okay. Na ndio hiyo, that is 60. System imesema ni 60. So if I save this one, paste in the word format, print, alafu weke protractor, that angle is 60 degrees. That is what we have done with one whom we have been in that meeting. So any question? Yes, in a Silas.
Ninajaribu tu kupractice.
Yeah.
Nione kama nitashika hiyo ake ya pili.
Ni sawa, but still I'm recording. I'll share the link. You'll still follow and then get what I'm saying.
I'm trying to see whether I can photograph.
Then you share on the WhatsApp.
Nione kama nimepotea wapi.
Ni sawa.
Excuse me, mwalimu.
Yes, Mr. Nicholas.
Mimi kuna mahali nimepotea how to mark that angle hapo.
Okay.
Naona kuna mark mara mbili.
Okay, good. Let me minimize and then go back where I hate. You have drawn this line, but we want to mark an angle, isn't it? There is an icon here for mark an angle. Click on the drop down. Click on the drop down. When you click on the drop down, we have arc, not that one. Mark an angle. It is here. Mark an angle. We have mark angle, 180 degree protractor, 360 degree protractor. We have bearing, lakini hizo hatutaki za huko. Nataka utumie ya kwanza ya mark angle. Hiyo ya kwanza. sio hii ingine, hiyo ya kwanza. Click on it, then uende kwa hiyo mahali penye unataka hiyo angle ikue, click there, then disable. Hii ni symbol tu ya angle. Kama ningekuwa nataka kama hizo sasako secondary chain, wote na mark tu hivi ili tusiwawekee angle, wenyewe waende watafute by calculation. Lakini kama hii nataka kuweka, unakuja unahakiliki aka kwenye umechora, then you right click, alafu una select hapo kwa style ya angle yenye unataka. Kama singekuwa sourceless, ninge select hizi ma symbols ni kama ni base angle zote ama ya kitu ingine. Lakini mimi nataka ionyeshe angle ya 60. So una pick hiyo ya 60 degrees and then I press okay. Itakuwa imemark angle. Are you together, Mr. Christopher?
Yes.
Good.
So yangu imeweka hadi na arrow ya 60.
Imeweka arrow. There's a point where you can remove also that angle, arrow. There is an option for removing that arrow, because if I click on it, you right click, where there's somewhere it has written marks. Kuna no arrow, clockwise and clockwise, 2 arrows. So if you want to remove an arrow, you select an option for no arrows. Have you seen it, Mr. Christopher?
Yes.
Good. So that's how we remove the arrows. Good. Any other question? Any other question? Yes, Mr. Silas, I have seen you have drawn a good diagram. That is okay. Same to Nanguti. That's a nice diagram. Good. Another one? Good. So if there's no any other question today, I will just to present on how to construct 60. So let us practice on construction of 60. Let us continue sharing so that we advance ourselves in construction of 60. So for tomorrow lesson, we'll look on the 90. Immediately we are through with the 90s. Yes, Mr. Gibor, that's a nice diagram. So if we are through with that 60 degrees, it will be very easy. Blessed, that's a nice diagram. So that we can now continue with 90 degrees, and then we followed by the other angles like 75, 30, and so other many angles before we go to the normal construction of the plane figure. Because immediately we finish the plane figures, now the loci will be very easy for us to construct. So allow me to stop there and then share the link for the record that I have